That there's nothing like Sikaduro, because if the emphasis is not on it, then we would always have a victim. We would always have somebody that believes, say, oh yes, we Sikaduro no, so it's also okay for me to try it.
So you believe there's no Sikaduro?
No, there's nothing like that. But what I'm saying is,
there's no Juju.
No, it doesn't.
Money.
There's nothing like that. It's anyhow, forget it.
So what?
But what I'm saying, but let me just focus on what I'm saying for a minute.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if we address the Juju man, blah blah blah, whether he has something to do with it, and we address the man, blah blah blah, and we don't focus on the fact that there's nothing like that, then it means that this is gonna pass. We're gonna find somebody else that's gonna be, that's gonna want to do something like that. And that's also on the album. There are certain things I think I need to educate the people that's coming after us, like the new generation.
Okay.
They have their own perceptions, and
okay.
I have never really addressed a lot of issues because I felt like over time people will get to know the real you.
Okay.
But then at the end of the day, you realize that there were people send me message, boss, me, I won't make I make ready for whatever. What is whatever? You know what I'm saying?
People have always had a perception. Well, you're a rich guy. I mean,
I'm not.
You're wealthy.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You're wealthy.
So it depends on your definition for wealth, though. My definition is different.
Okay.
People think, say, the Oscar. But when you wake up in the morning and you're able to get up and be healthy, and you're good, like your family is fine, you have peace of mind, it's wealth to me. So it depends on what people's definition for wealth is, but that's that's on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that people have probably questioned about you is the source of your wealth.
Yeah.
Do you address this on the album?
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. So once they get to know the information, then it's like when I tell you what I import right now, I've given the whole information out. There are things that I'm going to see on the album where somebody's going to sit there and say, that kind of thing. It's going to connect the dots, and then it's going to make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what has pressured you to come out to make this revelation to people through your album?
There's no pressure. It's like that's what I said. It's an album, and so I don't want it to be like my bangers, like party songs, and that will be it. I just want to talk about everything else that people want to know, because I meet people a lot, and I have conversations with people, and I know people that know people. So I hear everything, and I feel like, okay, then let me put it all on the album so that when you get it, it's worth it. It's not just going to be you partying with it, and that'll be it. Like you.
We'll talk more about that, but finally, we've heard an album in the works.
Yeah.
You've dropped a single ahead of time.
Yeah.
At what point in time did you find yourself enough time to record? Because I know you've been busy. How long has it been taking you to work on this album? Okay,
so I've had songs. I've had songs I recorded before IE, and then I have songs that I recorded before Bija. And so it's like that. Those songs have been in existence and they've been there. And then when I thought of doing an album, I just started recording all over again. That has been like 2 months ago, and I've made like 20 songs already.
Okay.
So it's a lot of songs to pick from. And, the music has always been a part of me. So the creative process is not really a difficult thing when we have to do it. Like when we have to work, we have to work. But when we are not working, it's all good.
What is this album about? And what's the inspiration behind it?
So it speaks about a whole lot of stuff. Like mainly I've had songs out there that did very well, like bangers, but they were just straight bangers. It didn't speak about anything that I wanted to speak of. It was just I had to put in that work for the AMG fans to have their bragging rights. But the album is going to speak about me, my life, the process, where I've been through, how many times I failed without people knowing, how many times I've been through hell and back. You know what I'm saying? The people that I've met and what they've taught me and everything. So it speaks about a whole lot of stuff. And then there are people that have their own perceptions about how he got successful. Like the other time I was talking to the Don about the recent man that wanted to kill the daughter or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then I was telling him the emphasis should be on the fact that there's nothing like Sikaduro.
Because family. Are you looking to groom someone else? Like the whole AMG movement, just like you groomed him?
So the thing about grooming people is they have to be hungry too. Medical was hungry when I brought him. Like when he came around me, like Medical was there before IE, and all those songs he could have been on it because he was always once he hears the beat goes off, he wants to write his verse, and that's how come me and Medical, our first song was Pekakra. He did his verse before I did my verse. This is
really?
A serious person, I had the beat, I didn't know what to do with it. It was just back and forth. And then one day we were in the house and he said, "Oh, Charlie could play on Queen beat." I played the beat. Not knowing, every time that he comes around and he hears the beat, he goes home and write a verse. So I play the beat. He spits the verse, and I'm like, wow. I call Posse G. Posse, where you did? I'm in the studio. All right, we're coming through. And that's how come we did that song. He did his verse before I did my verse. You know, he's always been like that. Like, he wants to do music. So somebody like that, if you want to groom him, is easy. There are other people too that are hustlers. And it's been difficult. And they think they want to do music. Their drive is different. And there are other people too that want to do music, but they're reluctant. Like, whatever happens is all good. So you would have to find somebody that's on the same page with you. Okay. And it's going to work. Even but aside medical, we still have like AMG Amani, and we have the Vimboy and the AMG Evergreens and all them people. They're definitely going to come out. But we Amani's already out there. But
what's taking time with them? Could it be that they're
so basically, when I wasn't
as you want them to be?
At some point. And then also, I think because I took off from the music business, I wasn't really paying attention. Okay. You know, I kind of lost the edge to push the music dream. So now that I'm active, obviously, I think but like I said, if you really want to blow up through AMG, regardless of the inputs, the money, the connect, whatever, you would have to be hungry. You would have to work twice as hard as medical, because you could tell.
But rumor has